Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. I hope you all are doing well. I am just doing another little craft with me. You guys might be tired of it, but I am still working on my mermaid journals and making tags and, doing all that kind of thing. And I was doing some and I've been doing some, and then I thought, well, I'll just turn on the camera, and if you guys are tired of them, then you don't have to watch. But I do them all different. I don't do them all the same. I mean, I'll do some of the same techniques or whatever. So I thought maybe you guys might want to just hang out and craft and do whatever. So I'll kind of show you. I mean, you guys saw, I don't know if you did before, but I'll show you the ones that we did in our series. And I'm going to try and make this a lot quicker because I've already made like all the decisions. We did that one, and then we did that one. We did this one, and then we did this one with the napkins. And we did this one with the octopus and the other pieces. So, I mean, I think those are my big tags that turned out, really good. And like I said, I usually put one, maybe two in a journal. I mean, I don't usually put more than that. But then I had a lot of other papers. And by the way, all of these tags and journaling cards, they're all been done with my gel prints that I made a while back, and I did the gel prints with these journals in mind, so I kind of knew the colors that I would be using. So that's kind of why they kind of go with my journals. So anyway, I did plan it, but I made them a while back. So anyway, let me show you some of the ones I've been working on. This is one that I did with an octopus stamp, and then I just put a little bling and a little more ink around the edges. Let's see, this is one that I did with some starfish, and it just has some gauze on the back and just a bow on the top, and this is a I think this is just a time card. No, it's an invoice. That's what it is. Okay. Here's another octopus. I love this stamp. I had to use it. I had to use it sideways. These are all, this is a Project Life card. Just like the other one was a Project Life card too. Save those I double and triple them, and then I sprayed it with some alcohol ink on one side, I just didn't want it plain. And then this side is what I cut out my this is from our gel print on the front. So, and then here's another one. I showed you that, I think, didn't I? I guess I did 3 of them. I didn't think I did 3. Well, I've got 4 different journals, so I knew that I could do them over, but you can just see the difference. They all turned out, I think, cute. This is one I did with these little shells, and then I put some these are just some cutouts, and I'm going to do that again. And these are just some sequins that I got at Tuesday morning, and this has some mesh that's over it. So I'll do one kind of like that if I have time. This is just the one starfish, and this is on a library card. And then I just put some mesh behind it, some eyelash trim, and a few little blingy things on there on the side. This one is one that looked very much like my other tag, as far as the, if I have that one in there. It looked very much like this, had the same colors. I mean, I just love the colors on this. And this had basically the same, but the thing was is that it had lines in it, so it was kind of messed up. So I just basically kind of covered it, and the background kind of shows through the napkin. And just did, you know, put different, I didn't just put a napkin over it. I took out little pieces and put it on there. So that I thought turned out pretty good, because I really like all the fish swimming around. And then I put the other embossed fish on there and kind of in front, so it makes it a little dimensional. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing. And I thought probably what I could do is just kind of maybe, I wanted to finish off some of the big ones, and then this one I need to kind of cut down a little bit. So let me do that. So anyway, I hope you guys are getting some things done and having a little bit of time in your craft room. I went to go visit my dad in San Antonio for Father's Day weekend, so I haven't been able to craft. Well, I could have. We took our travel trailer with us, and that was kind of fun. And then one of my younger sisters just moved into a new house, so we went to go see that. And let's see, it was really a lot of fun. It was great to see everybody. I hadn't seen people since Christmas, you know, because we were in our lockdown, and then, you know. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this there for now. I'm not sure. I might change it later, but I'm going to put that in there. But this tag is pretty simple, and the thing is that has like 2 or 3 coats of that thick clear gloss on it. So even though all it is just that one starfish, it really makes it pop. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. I mean, you could put more on this. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks good the way it is. I don't think it necessarily needs anything else. So we'll see. Right? Okay, so anyway, I think for now, I'm going to kind of just leave that. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I do think I am. Let me put these back over here so that they're out of the way. Okay, so my next one that I want to do, this is just a journaling card, and it has the, what was I going to say? It has just different colors I thought were sea looking when I did it on my gel plate, and then it's got some letters that they don't necessarily mean anything. Anyway, what I thought I would do is I have this little mermaid piece cut out of cardboard or just out of paper, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. See which way I think it goes better. I'm going to put this on there, but I'm going to decorate it and put it on there. But of course, this is just cut out of paper. It's kind of a gray color. I want to put some ink or something on this to kind of make it go with this. And I have 2 colors of ink that I have, and this pigment ink and this one. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this side. You know, you could paint it or something if you wanted to. This just was handy. And I'm going to do that. Of course, I'll probably get ink all over my fingers. Probably a little bit more color on there than that. And I'm kind of going to just do that to get some ink. It doesn't have to be perfectly on there. Okay, that looks about right. That looks good to me. And then I think what I'll do is maybe I'll dry that just a little bit. I don't have a heat gun here is kind of tangled up. Let me get it untangled for a second. Oh, that was good. Okay, here we go. All right. I just don't want it super wet because I'm gonna dip it in the other ink. Okay, so that's probably dry enough. Yep, for sure. Then I have this purple, and I'm going to take the purple and just kind of go over it, just to kind of add another color in there. Oh, I don't want that line, so we're going to get rid of that. Oh boy, I just want that line gone. Go like that. There we go, that's better. And I want the blue still to show through, but see, that kind of goes with it a little bit better. And I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take a little bit of the purple. I put a little on there. I want to put some purple around the edges just to kind of highlight it. This journal is not going to be grungy. Obviously, you can kind of tell that. It's going to be more, use a lot of brighter colors and things like that. Now, one of the journals that I'm doing is going to probably be a little bit more rustic and see, but I'm not probably going to use a lot of these tags in there, just a few of them. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there, but I also have another idea. I'm thinking, and I don't know if this is going to work or not. I am thinking what I want to do with this little mermaid tail is I bought this from Tuesday Morning, and these are sequins, and they're just all different types of turquoise and whatever, and they kind of have some of the colors in here. But what I think I want to do is I want to take some of these and put them on here and see how that works. So hopefully this will not take forever. This is a little, it's called a pick-me-up. Let's see. And I bought this, I think, at Tuesday Morning, and I bought it and I didn't think I'd use it, and I really like it. And honestly, I have no idea if they still have it, but you know, it would be something if you have little things to pick up. It works really well. Now I don't even know how many things of glue that are almost empty, and I really got to start getting them going, getting them gone, I mean. So I'm just going to kind of do little lines back and forth like this, just to kind of maybe, you know, get some glue on there. Keep this over here upside down. Where'd my other one go? I know I have another bottle somewhere. Oh, they're right here. Let's make sure I get those going. Okay, so anyway, I am going to take this and I am just going to put little sequins. Oh, there's double right there. And I'm going to try to vary them. Oh, this is not supposed to do that. Okay, there we go. And go. It really is kind of hard to pick these up, and I don't care if it covers it completely, because I'm just, you know, I've got a background on there, so I'm not too worried about it. But I have no idea if this is going to work, but I thought I would try. I am trying to get the flat side down, so we shall see if it works or not. I figured if I put enough of them out that they would all, you know, probably be okay. Anyway, this helps you pick them up. It's really a lot easier than trying to place them on there, you know, one by one, because trust me, I tried doing that and it was not easy. Let's see if I can find one laying the right way. Oops, it didn't pick it up. Anyway, and the other side allows you to kind of move them around a little bit if you need to. So I'm going to put this there, go there. So anyway, guys, this is my idea here. I don't know if it's going to work. We shall see. But I thought it would kind of look like little, you know, scales or something. So we'll see. That one will not turn around. There we go. And oh, that's double. We don't want that. That probably, I'm trying to keep them somewhat even. So let me see if I can move that down a little bit. There we go. Hoping my glue doesn't all dry by the time if it does, not a big deal. We can put more down, but I do want to, you know, well, put that one there maybe. Anyway, so I just thought I was trying to do something different. And I know this is a lot blingier than what I've been doing. See, that's already dry. I'm going to put a dot of glue there. And then the other thing is that what you might want to do is, I mean, you could have them all ready to go. But, you know, I'm not that prepared for that. So, let's see. Put that there. But as you can see, this little pick-me-up tool really does help. It's a lot easier than, I think what it has on the bottom of it, honestly, guys, is, I don't know if you've ever bought that stuff, you know, that you put on your walls to hang posters and, you know, stuff, so it doesn't, you don't have to, like, stick them and they come off. That's what I think it is. It's that kind of putty stuff. And honestly, I think that's what it is. So, I don't know. See, I maybe should put 2 of the blue ones there because they're too, other ones are just too big. I'm going to put that right there. And then we ran out of glue again. So I'm going to do that right here. Trying not to put too much glue on there. See, I went through all the trouble of putting that, the 2 layers of, on there of the ink, and you really can't see it, but you will see through it a little bit. So sometimes it's funny how you go through all the trouble of doing something and then it really has very little impact. All right, I'll put that down there since I have it. I'll put that one right there. Like I said, this isn't gonna go exactly, but it should work to kind of get the effect that I want. Now they have some little kind of weight, sequins in there, but I just thought I was going to use just these 2 because I think it'll work better. See, it's already starting to dry over there. It might not work. Might have to put more glue. Yep, I think so. Okay, so anyway, guys, this is all I'm doing here. So this is not rocket science, but, you know, it's really just a craft with me. So I don't think I'm necessarily doing anything mind-blowing, but I just thought, since I'm doing it, I might as well just turn on the camera. You know, let everybody kind of do their thing. I am going to probably finish these journals by Friday, and then I will move on to something else. I do have about 3 other journals that I'm trying to finish, and that's kind of why I went to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and then maybe a Saturday for my videos, because I really was doing so many videos and so many tutorials that I really wasn't having a lot of time to do my journals. And you know, that's why I got into this. So you got to kind of balance things. So I really work hard on my days that I'm not filming. I'm just doing my journals that I would like to, you know, get done. So I figure that way it's a win-win for everybody, so I don't bore you guys to death with my, you know, all my some of my long-winded kind of tutorial things. But that way I can maybe, you know, consolidate some things. And then, all right, so that is starting to dry on that side, so I better hurry up and do this. I don't know how far down I can go. Anyway, all I know is that I really missed being able to have time to just craft and not seriously think about what I was doing too much. Not that I don't think at all, I just don't, you know, when you're doing a video and you're trying to explain things, it takes a little longer, and you have to put a little bit more thought into it. And I don't mind doing it, but when I do it every day, like I was for a while, it just really got to the point where I had no extra time to do what I love doing, which is making the journals. So now I think I have a little bit more balance, and I hope you guys don't get sick of me. Okay, guys, I really should put one more down there, but I don't think it'll fit. It just seems like it needs one. Maybe I can fit one of the other ones down there. Let's see. All right. So now that I've just bored you to death through this. Okay, so here is my mermaid's tail. Oop, that should not be on there. And it kind of has the look I want, I think, right? So let's see how that's going to look on here. So I think that looks pretty cool. I like it. Very different. So anyway, I am going to take these sequins and put them back here. Now these also have little shells on them too. I don't know, maybe I could put a few of those around the side. You know what? I also think I want to do one more thing. Let me get my little box here. Oop. Okay. Ugh. Let me see. Oop. I have this stuff. I don't want the string. I'm not looking for that, but I might put this on there too. Let me see. All right. A piece about yay big. All right. Let me move these sequins because I have a feeling they're going to be a problem. And I may take a few of these little shells out. Not sure if I'm going to use them on this or not. I probably won't, but I'm going to take them out because I may use them on something else. So I think I kind of sort of have an idea what I might use them for, but we shall see. since I already have it separated. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take the rest of these. And I don't know, this at Tuesday morning they have these little containers, and they'll have different types. Like, I think I got a Christmas one and a Halloween one, and they just have all these cute little sequins in there. And, you know, I have actually kind of been, when I've been going through things in my craft room, and you know how it is when you see something, you go, oh, I should use that, you know, and you bought these things and then you forget to use them. And so I'm just trying to figure out ways to use them, really. Okay, so that, I probably should put the cover on, because that is like an accident waiting to happen. Put that, oops, see, I didn't even get it on all the way. And so this is just some mesh that yeah, it's kind of glittery turquoise color. And I'm just going to put that underneath here. And I don't know if I want to bunch it up. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I'm going to do it. I could just sew it on there like I did another tag and put that on. How does that look? No, I think I'm going to bunch it up. So what I'll do is I bunch it and I put it on there. Oh, see, I cut that. I got to do a different size piece because that is not going to work. Don't worry, it will get used. Anyway, I use this kind of stuff all the time. I think I bought that at the dollar store. So it's, you know, it didn't cost a lot. So let me go ahead and put this on. Usually when I do this, I put it more glue than I really need, but I'll kind of put it around here, and there we go. And then probably just kind of put this, just bunch it and put it in little spots. I want the mermaid tail to be the main focal point. I don't want this to be. And you won't see the glue because the mermaid tail will be on it for the most part. So the only bad part is when your fingers get too sticky. Okay, I just want that a little less bunched in the middle. Maybe just like that. Okay, so then I would take the mermaid tail and put it either this way, or I could turn it. Oh, the letters are upside down. I don't know that that matters, does it really? Okay, so I'm going to do that. I think that's where I want it. I'm not using my fingers because they're very, very sticky right now. So I'm trying to get that to stay down for a minute. I want that to come over this way, a little bit more of that to come this way. Okay, so now I am going to, I have my little clamps. I'm going to kind of put those around in different spots just to kind of help me hold it down. Just enough to give it some contact. I've got these other ones. I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to let that just kind of sit there for a minute, just so it, you know, sticks good. Maybe I'll do one more in the middle. I know it seems like overkill, but I don't want to have to re-glue it. Okay, so it's going to stay there for a second, and then I'll finish it up. Okay, so now let's work on, oh, let's see. Oh, how about this one right here? Because I really love that. And then I think what I'm going to do with that, move these out of the way. I am going to go ahead and do like I did my other ones, because like I said, these, first I'm going to get this purple because I really want to accent the purple on this. And I'm going to go around. And this was the only, this is Anna Griffith. And gosh, I've had these for a while, but this was the only purple that I had. So I was really actually excited when I found it because I thought, oh, great. I love the color. It works really well for this. I like to, you know, since I'm not using like vintage photo or something on there, I do like to highlight the ends. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to do these too. I'm going to go ahead and do the tags. Or the cutouts, I'm sorry. And I'm going to do that just to kind of give them a little extra accent. Go all the way around. And then, yeah, I think that's good. I like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with these, I move these aside because I'm going to use that on another one. I am going to put these, this is again another one that I did on a gel plate, and honestly, I wasn't real crazy about it when I got done, but when you take these and put them on there, I mean, it really, I don't know, I mean, it looks, to me, it's just, it's works fine, you know. So I'm going to take these, and I also have all these little words here that I had. I'm going to get, oh, what a mess. Here we go. And I'm going to put one of those on here too, I think. I'm not positive yet. I think, I don't know where I'm putting everything yet, so maybe this one can go that way. Yeah, I think I want to do that. So, I think that's kind of, or maybe I'll put it in the middle. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so I have to go ahead and ink this up, and I think I'm going to do the purple because I think that's basically my color I'm trying to make pop. So I did that. So all I've done is dipped in ink. I'll probably do the sides so you can't see them. Right? It's a great way to color these things. If you ever see them and you don't know what to do with them, they're kind of a cool thing to buy just to do that. Now see, there we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'll put this glue over here. I'm going to take my Versamark, and this is just a watermark if you're not familiar with it. And I'm going to take that, let me get my little thingamabobby here. I am just going to dip my shells directly in it, or smush them in there really, to get Versamark all over it. And I'm going to do both of them, because this stuff does stay wet for a little while. So I'm going to put that on there, make sure it's on there good. All right, so now let me move all this stuff out of the way. I've got things just piling on top. So then I'm going to just take both of these. And what did I do? Here we go. This is the ultra thick embossing enamel that y'all have seen me use. And, oh, I forgot. I could have put this in there too. I think it's probably dry enough, I hope. Put that in there. Well, maybe not as dry as I wanted it to be. But that's okay. It'll be all right. Have to take that off of there. If that does happen, just take your baby wipe or whatever and wipe it, and because it's just, you don't want the color to get on if you're trying to do a clear or something later. Okay, so I've done those, and then I get my, like I said, things are closing in on me here, guys, because I've been working, and when I do that, I just start throwing things everywhere, and it does make a mess. So I'm going to take these out with my tweezers, one at a time. Oh, I better move those, or you know what's going to happen. They're going to go flying. I am going to take these out one at a time. Let me get these. I'm going to move these others to the side because I am going to use those in a minute. But I need to re-dip in here, so I want to make sure. Okay, so I have this handy, and I'm kind of making sure it's, you know, ready to go. I'm going to get my heat gun. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to heat this up. And making sure it's still wet, I'm going to dip it in here. Probably let it cool off too much. Do it again. And oh, it's still hot. I'm going to dip it in again. All right. So this I'm going to set aside, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the next one. And I use my tweezers at least the first time that I do it because it will blow everywhere. Oops. Now see, it fell over and it got messed up. That's not a big deal. You just put it in there again. Heat this up a little. Just heat it up. Put it in again. And all you gotta do is heat it up. That's kind of why you want to use your tweezers, so that doesn't happen. Okay, so you might want to let that sit for a while. Now this isn't a big deal because that scrapes right up. All this is plastic. So that's all it is, guys. That's all you're melting right there. So if you do have a little boo-boo or a blemish, like the other one, I had a big old fingerprint in it, just heat it up and it'll fix itself. So this one, I think I'll be able to, oh, no, it still moves. So here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, I'm not worried too much about doing that several layers because it's already kind of thick. But I do want it to have the same effect. So anyway, if you do not, I mean, you can use the finer clear embossing, but honestly, the thick, you have to do less coats if you're wanting that effect. And if you're, you know, when we were making those charms, so it's worth getting. I do believe I used a coupon on this, and I think I got it. Yeah, I got it at Hobby Lobby, and this was a really long time ago. It's $10.99, so I'm sure I got it 40% off, so I don't think I would have paid that much straight out, but I'm telling you, it's lasted forever, and it's a big bottle. Okay, so I can put one here and one here, and then that in the middle, but I don't want to just put it down just like that. Let's see, I don't think that really kind of goes with that, does it really? Maybe it will. Let's see. Let's see if I have another one that I want to use. I don't know. Yeah, I like this better. So I may just take a little bit of this, or I could put the gauze. I don't know. I really think I like this better though. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and maybe put that on there. Kind of like I did the other one. Let's see here. And I'm going to try and put it right where I'm putting the seashells and things, just so that you won't be able to see the glue later, which it kind of does fade in there anyway, but this just helps a little bit. So this isn't all sparkly, but it'll just add a little texture, really. You won't be able to see it that much, but, I don't know how it looks on camera, but it's really kind of a turquoise color. So I don't know where that string is coming from my sewing machine. Okay, so I think I might put this one on the bottom. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Go like that. And then I'm going to put this kind of right here. And then I'll put that in the middle. Kind of like that. Okay, so let me take my clips off my other one it has to be dry by now. And I'm going to put that on here. And I'm going to put that on here. Oh, I really want that out more. Yeah, just a little bit more this way. Yeah, that's a little better. Here we go. These are things that are, these clamps are basically for shower curtain, not for shower curtains, for hanging things up in the shower or something or whatever. And I had them. This came from, and I know you can buy craft clamps, and I keep seeing people getting them from the dollar store, but I'm telling you, my dollar store never has anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to let that dry. Oh, well, that probably needs to be pushed down a little bit because it's crooked. Now that I've put all this other stuff down. Okay, there we go. That's better. Just going to do that for a second. Okay, so these are going right there. I'll let that sit. Now, here's our mermaid one that we did that's dry. And let me put the top on this. If you hear me just winch every once in a while, I did something to my shoulder, guys. I have no idea what I did. I don't know how I did it. I don't remember doing anything, but I did something to it this weekend, and it hurts when I move it a certain way. And I am like, like I said, really hurts. So I don't know what it is. I'm a little concerned, and I don't especially want to go to the doctor right now, but I'm hoping that it feels better in a few days. The funny thing is I didn't lift anything. I didn't do anything. I don't remember when it happened. So oh my gosh, I'm hoping. It's not like a sore either. It's like a really sharp pain. So if you hear me just kind of, and it's just if I move it a certain way. So I don't know what it is, and I'm not happy about that. And all I'm doing is cutting this kind of in a haphazard way on this. First, I should probably cut this off. And I'm just doing this just to kind of break it up. I don't want it, I don't want it hanging off a bunch. I just want it a little bit hanging off. And I just kind of want to have it kind of, I don't want it square. I don't want it perfect. I'm trying not to cut the tag. Right? Okay, there we go. I don't mind if it hangs off a little. I just don't want it a lot. That's not really the point of it. And I'm just kind of chopping at it, really. So okay, so anyway, guys, it's a little bunched up more than I want, so I'm going to have to cut some of that out. There we go. That's better. All right. So anyway, that is kind of what I want. And then I think I'm going to take, I have this, ribbon, but I'm not going to do it like that. I'm just going to, I think, cut it like this. And I will put it on there, and I probably am going to sew that after I glue it and just put it on like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me put a tiny bit of glue there. A little bit of glue there, and I will sew it. But I don't want to sew it right now. I really like the glue to be dry because I don't want it to gook up my machine. There we go. So that is going to work like that. And that's going to be that tag. And I think that turned out kind of cute. Very different, you know. I mean, I could have left it the mermaid tail the way it was and just put it on there. But I'm trying to go for a little different. Okay, so that is that one. And then I think what I'm going to do, let me see if I can come up with something else a little bit different. I have these starfish, and I have a really plain looking, where did it go? Tag, and then I have this one. I gotta decide what I want to do with these. I like the way that the green looks on there. I think it looks really good, but this was done with alcohol ink. I did this with just alcohol ink, and actually I put the paper the back is done with food coloring dyed paper. I just did that, but I really love the color, but I just think it needs more. But I don't want to put too much on there. So let me think what I have over here that would work. I know this this cracked pistachio, it gets very turquoise. And I really don't want to introduce a lot of other colors in here, or maybe any other colors. Let me see. I'm going to want to see how this turns out. I hope I don't just totally ruin it by doing this, but I do think, and I like the this design in here. I really do. So I'm trying not to cover it, but it just seems like it needs something, and I don't know how to, really don't know what I need to do with that. So let me think here. I don't know. I just do not know. I'm going to go ahead and go around these. And you know, actually, rather than use that, I have my little dauber thing here that I will use. I think I told you guys that I make these from little cosmetic things. And it does work really well. So I'm going to do that. See, that'll bring out that kind of turquoisey color a little bit on these. And I'll maybe add a little bit more here and there. Right? Okay. And I am using some of the same elements, but I you know, like I said, these are going to go in different journals, so they'll be similar. None of them will be exactly the same. Just putting a little bit in there. I might do this a little bit more on the edges, just to kind of bring out the turquoisey color in there. And then I don't really know. Oh gosh, let me think. I think I'm going to do, I have just done this. I have taken some gauze and it was white, and I just took my alcohol ink spray that I make with my alcohol ink, and I did that, and I think I'm going to do this because give it a little bit more texture, and you know, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I have somewhere, I have some eyelash trim that I think I'm just going to put behind here on each of these. And I've also, this was kind of a off-white, but I made it a little bit closer to the color of the, and I'm just seeing how much I need. I probably need about, probably at least 3 pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my glue on here. I'm just gonna put some glue. Oh, you know what? Should I emboss that? I wonder if I should. I think I'm going to, so I'm gonna have to take the glue off. Yeah, I think I am gonna put, it really does make it pop. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it really does, and it kind of really, I think I'm just gonna do it one time though, and you'll see what it does by just doing it one time. It looks like little water droplets, so I think I'm gonna do that because, if I can find my Versamark, here it is. I can move these over here. What my problem is when I start doing all this stuff, I just kind of leave things piled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try that. And I'm going to do it just the one time. And you'll see what I'm talking about, because what it does is it kind of makes it look like little droplets. So I'm going to do that. And then kind of just put that on there. Do I want to put anything else on there? Let's see. I do have more of these little wooden things, so I don't know. Maybe I might. Got that. Do I have another seashell? I do. I could put those on there too, right? Let me try and see what that would look like with these colors to go on that end. All right, so yeah, these aren't as solid as those others, the other color, but I think I can work with that. I'm gonna make that go in there again. And I think partly it's because the pad is not really meant to do that. Let me do it again. Maybe I can get more on there. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. I didn't really need it solid because there's kind of a tannish brown color in there, so that kind of works with this. All right, so I think that'll work. I may or may not use it. I think I'm just gonna do them and then see, hey, you know, if it works, it works, right? I don't know if this will stick on there or not. We shall see. you know, if it's still wet. It just needs to be wet enough so it'll stick long enough that you can, you know, you can do it. Let's see here. Yeah, it did stay. Leave that out of the way. I've learned my lesson. Okay, so okay, well, I think that worked. So I'm going to put that aside. Oh, wait, just pulled off some of it, but that's okay. I'll come back and redo it. Let me do that. All right, I'll put that aside. So we have those two pieces, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not. And on these, I think what I'm going to do, just do them one at a time. And this time, I don't know if you can see or not, I'm just going to do it one time. And what that's going to do is it makes it almost look like little water droplets, and it glistens rather than one solid piece, you know. Okay, so I actually just like that look. Hopefully I don't scrape that off. I hope you can see that. So it's kind of has little drops on it, and I like that. And I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to put any more on. Let me do this one. Okay, so that did the same thing. All right, so let me put this back in here while that's drying. It should take just a second. Anyway, I don't know. I've just been on an embossing kick lately, and ever since Artie Mays made those little dangles, and I actually have some that I'm going to do for this journal. I'll have to show you guys those. All right. So I don't know if I'm going to put those on, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think I'm going to do it this way. And just kind of, I'm not going to put any glue on ahead of time. I'm just going to take my, here, I'm going to undo this right here so I can, I've got so many things going on this desk, let me tell you. All right, so I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so I want this to look kind of organic. So I do want something behind there. So I'm going to do what I was doing before I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on here. And just make sure I have enough, not too much. And then I'm going to take some of this eyelash trim and hopefully just lay it down. Where's my little sticky thing? Just kind of lay it down. Not with my fingers, because my fingers are way too too sticky right now. And I'm just basically putting it in there so that it will stick out in different places when I put it down. And I will cut it, it's too long, but I just want to be able to pick this up when I get done. Here, where's my other piece? Here it is. And I'll probably cut that in half and put it right there. Okay, so then I'm going to take this little fish, starfish, and hopefully, oh gosh, it's sticking to my finger. Now I got to put this back over here, get it somewhat where I want it. And I'm going to put that down. Okay. So there we go. Do the same thing to the other one. Don't worry, it's not going to stay looking like that, but and just kind of get this where I want it. I had some pieces cut, so I'm hoping I can get everything where I want it. Okay, get off my finger. Anyway, oh, here we go. This one has to get cut. This is kind of how I do it. I just lay it on there. I always make it longer than I need it, you know, and just kind of hope it all works out in the end. And usually it does. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I don't want it facing exactly the same way. I kind of want it, oopsie, that's what's happening. This is going to get all bunched in the middle. I don't want that. I want it all going kind of haphazard. Yeah, that's better. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so anyway, that is where the second one's going to go. And I'm going to push that down. Again, you guessed it, I'm going to kind of clamp it just to kind of, when you do these and you put your embossing on it, it makes it almost like a plastic element. So it kind of does pop up a little bit. So you really, you know, it's no longer, you know, paper really. So you have to kind of, and I don't think I'm going to put those shells on actually, guys. I don't know. Maybe when I'm done, I'll look at it and see. But right now, I don't think I'm going to. Anyway, so I'm just going to do that. And then maybe I'll just put this down here. That might work better. Okay, so that's going to sit over there. Here's the other one that we did. And we did sun and sea. And we put it a little bit of gauze. And you really can't see that. But I'm only going to take, you know, just some off the edges. This is just really just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. Kind of the same thing we did on the other one. If it has too much, just kind of cut it. Anyway. And like I said, I like it to look kind of haphazard. I don't like it to look too intended, like, you know, I placed it down under there for a reason. And I put that on there, so I like that. I think that turned out okay. I don't know if I'm going to put anything else on that. This is a guest check. And I did this on the back, and then the top of it is part of my gel plate. So I'm just gonna, I think I might leave that the way it is until I'm for sure how I'm gonna put it in the journal. Because I'm kind of thinking I want to do it sideways, but I don't, you know, like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the journal, so I'm gonna leave that. And then let's see how we're doing on time. Okay, so we are, oh, I don't know. We have, one, I don't know, maybe we can do one more. I don't know. I have this lovely octopus, and I really don't know what to do with him, guys. I'm kind of like, well, all right, let me see. I did do an octopus on the other one. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I have this one, oh, maybe I won't do that. I don't know. I have these two stamps that I haven't used, and I really, really like them. And I kind of think I want to do them on here. And I'm not going to do anything really fancy on this. I think what I'm going to do is there's these little specks of gold on here. And at first I was going to do in black, but then I thought you can't really see them. So I think what I'm going to do, and I love these stamps, so I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to stamp them on there because I thought, and then emboss them because anyway, I'm just going to do that. It's not super fancy, but sometimes, you know what? Sometimes that looks the best. So I'm going to do that. And I got a stamp block here. And this is the first time I've used these two. So I hope I get enough on there and it works. I really do. Usually it does, but there's a lot of detail in these. So, and because you're using a clear, you don't have any idea if what you're doing is going to work or not. So what did I decide? That one's going there and that one's, is that what you think, guys? Is that how it should work? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy right here. And I think the key to these is to hold it down, you know. Try not to move it. Give it time to adhere, and then there we go. And like I said, I'll never know until I go to put the stuff on if it actually worked or not, so we'll see. And the sad thing is on this is you never know exactly where the stamp is you stamped before, so hopefully this works, so we shall see. It's a hit or miss. These craft with me's, I'm sure sometimes, you know, they go well, sometimes they don't, but that's just kind of how it is. You get to see it when I see it, so I don't always know as I'm doing this. Okay, so now I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do one more thing. Hopefully I didn't smush that. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing, and hopefully this won't dry in that period of time, as I'm going to take this and go all the way around the edges. Hopefully I'm not hitting anything that I've already stamped. I'm trying to go totally on the edges, and I'm just taking this around the edges, just like you would if you're inking it and putting color. I'm going to do that around here. Hopefully I didn't just stick my finger in it. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to go ahead and take this. Try so hard not to touch the middle of it. And I'm going to take, what color did I decide? Where did it go? That's great. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. It's right here. I had gotten it out earlier. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Hopefully this is still wet and it'll work. But I'm going to go ahead and do it on the ends too, so that way, hopefully, right? Okay, let's see. Let us see if this is going to work. All right. I don't know if the crab worked. What does he look like? Well, I guess maybe it did. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to put this aside. And I usually just tap it a little bit if there's any loose stuff on there. I don't see any problems. We shall see. Okay, so here we go. You guys get the drill. And just like, hopefully this will work. Hopefully it'll work. All right. All right, guys, it worked. So I think it did what I wanted it to. It really made the gold in here pop, and it makes just a nice looking little, and this is just a index card that I sprayed with, it's got a few loose pieces on there. I just sprayed it with some alcohol ink, and then the top of it is part of my gel print. So there we go, guys. That makes a very interesting little tag, and I didn't do all that much to it. So anyway, we got 3 done. You know, I turned on the camera, and like I said, I don't always know how it's going to turn out, but I think these turned out. I think that made a very interesting little tag there with the mermaid tail. I think this turned out really cool. It really, I don't know if you can see the little gold specks in there, but there are. So it looks really great with that. And then this one, I think, turned out really cute. I mean, it gave it a different look. Oh, wait, this one. Let's go ahead and finish that, even though I know we're running over time. I thought we did another one. I was like, I don't know. I thought we did more. So this one is almost done. Let me fix that real quick. Let's finish it. Let's just finish it, guys. All right, so this one, I am not going to cut this so much because I actually want quite a bit of this on there. And let me do that. I may glue more of this down so it's not so loose on the ends. But I do want you guys to get the gist of it. And I wanted this one to be a little bit organic. And you're going to see why some of my tags are kind of organic and then some are kind of, you know, blingy, and because they're going in different journals, and it will make sense at that point. Right now it probably doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this eyelash trim a little shorter because I don't want it that long, you know. So we'll do that, and do a little bit of that. Basically, you trim it up a little bit. But anyway, guys, you get the idea. That one's too long right there for sure. So that's kind of what you're going to have there. And it's a very organic look. And for the journal that I'm going to be doing, that's going to be good. So there we go. There we go. That one, and then this one, then this one, which I guess it could go that way too, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? It could. And then this one. Okay, so that's it. That's all the tags I'm going to be doing videos. So this is the last one, and so hopefully you guys are okay with that, and we'll go ahead and start doing some other things in the journal. All right. You take care.